Back to qualifying session one. Here is Jack Beckman and Cruz Pedregon. Cruz, who every now and then can really lay one down in qualifying. That's what he does here, a 4:18 at 290 miles an hour, and goes number one.
And at the end of the session, your points leaders, Matt Hagan, Mike Neff. Who's going to go number one? Guess what? Neither of them do, but Matt Hagan makes a nice run, a 4:20 elapsed time to put him in that number 2 slot.
Hey, and talk about surprises. Funny car, session 2. John Capps and Tony Pedregon. Would you say Pedregon? You would be wrong. John Capps runs a 4:15, 296, and for the time goes number one.
And that would hold on for number one for quite a while, but who would end up with it? Take a look right side of your screen. Cruz Pedregon alongside of Jack Beckman. Cruz just breaks their back with a great 4:08 elapsed time at 307 miles per hour to get the number one position.
And then in session 3, this was a good moment. The Capps brothers, John and Ron, going side by side for the first time. It faded for John.
And it's Ron getting the bragging rights and low ET of the session with a 4:19 at 298 miles per hour.
And so the standings now in Funny Cars. We're getting ready to start the final session. Cruz Pedregon holding on to that number one. John Capps well ahead of his brother, Ron, who is in 7th, and John Force rounds out the top 8.
Take a look at the bottom 8. You see Matt Hagan down there in the number 12 position. Alexis DeJoria, she is on the bump in her debut.
And with Alexis on the bump with a 5:34 with a 9, Terry Haddock and Paul Lee are still trying to get into this field. Let's talk Matt Hagan and Gary Gerald.
Matt Hagan, Paul, could not have dreamed of a better way to kick off the countdown of the championship than that amazing performance last weekend in Charlotte. Not only did he win his first event of the year, he got precious bonus points for that national ET record, first sub 4-second run in a funny car in NHRA history. He climbed from 6th to 2nd in the countdown points. Now the challenge is to maintain that momentum, put more pressure on Mike Neff, and prove that that monster performance in Charlotte was not a fluke.
Thank you.